Essential travel tips alert. If you're planning any international travel in 2025, you need to watch this entire video. From Real ID changes to ETIAS requirements, major updates are coming that could leave you stranded at the airport or paying hefty fines. But don't worry, we've got your back with everything you need to know. Let's dive in. Number 1. ETIAS and digital authorization. Starting March 2025, over 60 countries are rolling out mandatory digital travel permits. And this isn't just about the ETIAS system anymore. Picture this. You're at the airport, bags packed, ready for your dream vacation, and you're turned away because you missed these new ETIAS requirements. Let's make sure that doesn't happen to you. The biggest surprise? Even places like Thailand, Japan, and Brazil are joining this system. Here's what you need for your travel authorization. Digital application completed at least 72 hours before travel, $25 to $40 fee, depending on destination, valid for 1 to 3 years based on country passport, must be valid for 6 months beyond your stay. And here's something most travelers don't realize. If you're visiting multiple countries, you might need separate authorizations for each region. For example, the European ETIAS won't cover your entry into Thailand's new system. Plus, some countries are implementing priority processing fees, similar to TSA PreCheck, that can expedite your authorization for an additional cost. Is it worth it? Pro tip: if you're planning multiple trips, start with the longest validity permit to save money. Number 2. Smart baggage revolution. Airlines are getting strict about smart luggage in 2025. Those fancy bags with USB chargers? They might get you stopped at security. Here's the new rule. All smart bags must have removable batteries, no exceptions. And here's what most people don't know. Even if your battery is removable, it needs a specific certification label. Let's break down the new smart bag categories. Class 1. Basic USB charging only, generally acceptable. Class 2. GPS tracking capabilities, requires special declaration. Class 3. Motor-assisted or self-weighing features, many airlines banning completely. Class 4. Advanced features like biometric locks, requires pre-approval. The certification requirements vary by airline alliance, so we'll show you a quick hack for checking your bag's compliance. Finding this helpful? Please like and subscribe to help this content reach more people. Number 3. Health Pass integration. Remember COVID passes? Well, they're back, but different. Starting in 2025, many countries are requiring a standardized international health pass. The good news? It's all digital and links to your passport. The bad news? It's not just about vaccines anymore. You'll need to show regular health insurance coverage, emergency evacuation coverage, pre-existing condition documentation, local health system registration. Here's our secret tip. Certain credit cards now include most of these requirements in their travel insurance. And here's something nobody's talking about. These health passes are starting to influence visa processing times. Countries with reciprocal agreements are creating fast-track systems for travelers with premium health coverage. Number 4. Real ID revolution. Let's talk about the Real ID deadline that's catching many travelers off guard. This isn't just another piece of plastic. It's a complete overhaul of how we prove our identity for domestic travel. Here's what your new Real ID needs to have: valid birth certificate or passport, social security card or W-2 form, 2 proofs of residence, current valid license, marriage certificate if your name has changed. But here's where it gets interesting. Some states are rolling out enhanced Real IDs that include international travel privileges for certain destinations. Think of it as a hybrid between a regular license and a passport card. Number 5. Carbon offset requirements. This is huge. Starting September 2025, several countries are implementing mandatory carbon offset purchases for international flights. We know, another fee, but we've got some tricks to help you minimize the cost. Let's break down how this actually works. Short-haul flights under 3 hours, $15 to $25. Medium-haul flights 3 to 6 hours, $40 to $60. Long-haul flights over 6 hours, $75 to $100. But here's what most airlines aren't telling you. You can pre-purchase carbon credits at lower rates. Plus, some credit cards are starting to offer carbon offset rewards. similar to cash back, but specifically for these new requirements. Please comment below if you've ever purchased carbon offsets before. What are your thoughts around this? The real secret? Booking multi-city routes strategically can significantly reduce your offset requirements. Number 6. Currency declaration changes. The rules about carrying cash are changing dramatically. The new limit? Just $5,000 equivalent for most countries, down from $10,000. But here's the twist. They're now counting digital currencies too. Here's what's included in the new currency calculations. Physical cash in any currency, prepaid travel cards and gift cards, cryptocurrency holdings on mobile wallets, digital payment system balances, traveler's checks. Yes, some people still use these, but we've discovered some interesting exceptions. Some countries are creating digital traveler wallets that don't count toward these limits. They work like special travel savings accounts. Another pro tip: certain prepaid travel cards are exempt from these limits in specific countries. Number 7. Pet Travel Overhaul. If you travel with pets, this one's crucial. New microchip requirements, mandatory pet passports, and stricter quarantine rules are coming. Here's what's changing. New pet passport requirements. ISO standard microchips only. Older chips won't be accepted. Digital vaccination records linked to the microchip pre-travel veterinary consultations required mandatory travel insurance for pets. Species-specific health certificates. But here's something interesting. Some airlines are actually making pet travel easier with new in-cabin pet lounge areas. The game changer? New pet-specific travel apps that track all these requirements and send you reminders for updates. Number 8. Duty-free restrictions. Those duty-free deals you love? Major changes coming. Here's what's new for 2025. Purchase limits. 1 liter of spirits, down from 2. 200 cigarettes, down from 400. Electronics under $500, down from $1,000. New restrictions on luxury goods and watches. But here's what most people don't know. Duty-free is introducing digital pre-ordering with guaranteed pricing. Order before your flight and you'll lock in the best price, plus get priority pickup. The real hack? Some airports are introducing duty-free accumulation programs. Shop at multiple airports on your journey and combine the allowances. Number 9. Transit visa updates. Even if you're just connecting through a country, you might need a new type of transit visa. But here's what most people miss. Some airports have special transit zones where you can avoid this requirement. The new system includes digital transit authorizations, separate from ETIAS, maximum connection times without visas, restricted terminal access based on visa type, new fees for terminal changes, special rules for overnight connections, but we found a brilliant workaround. Certain airport alliances are offering transit passes that bypass many of these requirements. Plus, some airports are creating visa-free corridors between specific terminals. Number 10. Emergency contact system. All international travelers must register with a new emergency contact system. It's actually pretty helpful, but the registration process is tricky. Let's walk you through it step by step. First, you'll need to create your global traveler profile. This includes primary emergency contacts in your home country, local contacts for each destination, medical directives and preferences, insurance policy numbers, embassy registration details. The system also introduces something called travel pods, groups of travelers who can be linked together for emergency purposes. This is especially useful for family trips or business teams traveling together. Pro tip: some travel insurance providers are offering discounts for travelers who complete their emergency profiles early. Which of these changes surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments. Next week, we will get even further into, well, you'll have to subscribe to find out. Until next time, keep up the adventures, keep discovering and exploring our amazing world, and I will see you, and yes, I do mean you, in the next video.